Justin, you made that big highlight with the 59 touchdown pass. What was going through your mind at that moment? What was your attitude like?
Yeah, it's one of those plays that we practice all the time, and we saw the coverage. JG knew the coverage, and as soon as the ball was snapped, he took off and made a great play on it.
Do you feel like these last two games, I mean, you guys have opened it up really a lot down the field. Do you feel like that's kind of helping with the offensive flow of the game?
I think anytime you're able to have big plays like that, I think it's going to help offensively. We'd love to be able to push the ball down like we did today, and I think good things happen when we're able to complete those balls, but it's all about taking the right shots at the right time and being smart with it.
So did you, on the long touchdown to Jalen, you knew the coverage as soon as it was snapped and basically just needed to buy yourself enough time to make that throw?
Yeah, it's one of those plays that he's given the option of, single high, split safety, and he takes the middle, and he just took off, and with his speed, he's able to burn a lot of people, and he did an incredible job of looking up over his shoulder, catching the ball, and it's good to see from him for sure.
Did the hit affect your throw at all, or were you able to get it off with everything you needed before the hit?
I think that I got enough on it. I didn't really see that guy behind me, so it was good that I got to scramble a little bit to the right and just bought enough time to get the ball off.
It looked like you were looking towards the sideline at somebody after you made the throw when you were walking or running towards the end zone. Do you remember?
I think it might have been toward Easton Stick and Chase Daniel, just because that it's one of those plays that we study a long time, and all those hours in the meeting room, it came to fruition. So to be able to see those guys and the enjoyment that they had too was awesome.
Yeah, the play call against the look that you guys were expecting, basically, it was one of those preparation moments.
One of those things that works out well for us, and it's great to see that type of execution on third down, and it was a fun play to be a part of.
Josh calls you a tremendous quarterback, but also a great friend. When you see him having the success that he's having, and you guys developing that chemistry, how does that resonate with you? What does that mean for you?
It's not surprising at all to see the success that he's put together, and he works harder than anyone, and he's out there after practice on the jugs machine catching balls and running routes and getting releases, and if you put in the work like that, good things are going to happen, and that's a sign of all the hard work that he's put in, and for him to be able to step up, especially when Keenan's down, he's one of those guys that we really trust out there.
Justin, how far can you throw a football? That's the big question we're all wondering.
I don't know. That's a good question. I really haven't tested it, but however far that one was, I guess that's a good answer right there.
Josh, you could throw it 100 yards.
Josh Palmer did? Yeah. I really appreciate that, Josh. But,
what did you say to Jalen when you ran across the field and kind of saw you were kind of pointing and it seemed like you were saying something to him?
During that play or before?
Afterwards, like when you guys were celebrating it.
Probably just a great read by him to take the middle, and he's given the option of crossing or taking the middle, and he made a great read on it.
When you let it go, like what's going through your mind? Do you know instantly that you got it, you nailed it?
You get a sort of a feeling, but I think I was on the ground and had to pick myself up, and ended up hearing the reaction before I saw anything. So whenever you hear a good reaction like that at home, something good normally happens. So JG, he just makes plays when the ball's in the air like that, so it's really good to see from him. I can't remember. Just a lot of excitement, so it was a big play for us.
I know you're not big on individual stuff, but to have 30 touchdown passes in your first two seasons, how special is that? You're the only one to do that.
I think it's a sign of all the guys that we have around us. I think it's a great offensive linemen that have done an incredible job blocking for us all year, and guys out of the backfield like Austin Eckler, Justin Jackson, and then a receiving core and tight ends that make my job so much easier. Keenan, Mike, JG, Jared Cook, all those guys. We're not here without those guys, and they've done an incredible job all year, and we feel really comfortable with them.
You got a favorite one?
A favorite?
Touchdown pass.
I think they're all great. I don't know if I could pick one, but as long as we're scoring, we're happy.
Listen, it's a short turnaround this week. I mean, you guys play Kansas City, obviously, on Thursday with a lot on the line, division and all that. How quick is this a turnaround for you guys, though?
Yeah, it's quick, and we've got treatment in there, getting ready for next week, and a lot of the guys are excited, and it's a great opportunity for us to play here again in our home stadium, and it's a really tough team, and so it's going to be a quick turnaround, but we got to watch the film and get better and get ready for those guys.
Such a big game hanging over your head, for this week. Did you feel like guys are focused on the Giants and not on the Chiefs?
Yeah, it's 1 week at a time for us, and Coach Staley did a great job of emphasizing that all week. And I feel like the guys were focused; they were dialed in this week and took care of business. And now we move on to the next one. And we're facing a really good Chiefs team on Thursday, so it's going to take a lot from us.
Right now, you guys are obviously in the wild card slot, but does it feel good starting off December with two big wins, especially with, I mean, obviously it being the back end of the season?
It's always good to win. We're always trying to win, and whenever you can win a game in the NFL, I think that's huge for us. And as long as we keep building, we keep getting better. I think we can play some pretty good football.
What do you think Austin's status will be?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Sorry, what do you think Austin's status will be?
I don't know. I think that's probably a question for maybe Coach Staley or the training staff. I haven't talked to him yet, but.
Go down.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see that happen?
I don't know. I think he got tackled and kind of got tripped up, so it's something I'll have to talk to him about.
Justin, just with Keenan out, Josh told us that he stepped into that role, and Keenan's role is such a big part of the offense. What does it say about Josh that he was able to do all the things, or most of the things that Keenan's able to do to step into that role and have the type of game that he had?
Yeah, I think the tough part about that role is that you have to learn so much, and you have to know 3 different positions. And Josh has been playing primarily Z position, and now we're asking him to play F, Z, X, and do it all. And it's a lot on his plate, especially for a rookie. But he hasn't blinked at all. He adversity comes, and he's handled that awesomely. So it's really good to see from him too.
You actually talked about practicing with the drum machine since his sophomore year at Tennessee. I'm just curious, is there anything that you've done or continue to do since college that you repeatedly do before games or after practice to keep you staying sharp?
I think one of the great things about Josh is that he's always catching for me after the practices, and Jalen Geithner, they're out there as well. KJ Hill and all those guys we're going through the script of what we ran that day, and to have those guys out there catch the ball and kind of just spot up those routes, I think it's huge for me and huge for them as well.
What do you think of the snaps that Chase got?
I think it's great, and it's always great when he goes out there and he works so hard and everything behind the scenes. It's great for him to get some recognition as well.
Justin, you got 2 consecutive wins for the first time since October. What went into these 2 consecutive wins that propel you into this Thursday night matchup with the Chiefs?
A huge emphasis on that. Coach Staley brought that up in the meeting, I think on Tuesday, and we talked about, we haven't been able to put together 2 wins like that in a while. So to have that type of mindset heading into the game, the guys were focused, dialed in, and, they executed the ball well today, so it was good for us.